My nail is stuck in my hair. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. If you're not, thanks for coming back again. Today we are doing a video that I don't know if I created this. I don't know. I was in the shower. You have shower thoughts, right? And I was like, ooh, what if I talked about some books that have a piece of my soul? And then I thought, ooh, like Horcruxes from Harry Potter. PSA, I'm not supporting that gal. I'm not supporting that gal, but the story is a slay. And like, you know, the concept was there for the Horcruxes. So let's talk about the 8 books that have a piece of my soul. These are books that literally I either think about on the daily, I have reread multiple times, I have multiple copies of, I think about to the point where they make me cry. I'm in these books. I'm in these pages. The authors don't know it, but I'm in there. Let's get right into it. Can these people stop having a chat outside while I'm trying to film? So the first book I'm going to talk about is You've Reached Sam. This is by Dustin Thau. Now, I read this really early in 2022. I just randomly picked it up off the shelf. I had no idea. I hadn't seen it anywhere, never heard what it was about. You can tell it was the olden days because look how bloody long my tabs are. I can't even tell you how much I cried. My DNA's in this because I cried. I wept into the pages. This is such a tragic story about this couple, Julie and Sam. Sam is in a road accident and Julie sort of never gets the chance to say goodbye to him. She's missing him, so she basically like is calling his phone just to listen to his voice via his voicemail. She does this so many times, and one time he actually picks up the phone. And basically this plays on the premise of what would you do if you had the chance to say goodbye to somebody that you didn't get to and that you love. This is like very similar to like The Fault in Our Stars type of vibes. I think about this book every day and I will never, ever forget it. The next book I have is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. Another one that I talk about till the cows come home. But you know why? Because it's that good. The other books in the Twisted series are like pretty mid. Like I enjoyed them, but there was something about this. I think it's the forbidden romance element to it, like the princess and the bodyguard. And like I was crying, and there is a quote at the end of this book and that solidified, it sucked the piece of my soul out. And you want to hear it? Oh, there's a bookmark in here. This is not a spoiler because it's a romance, right? This man is talking about how he never believed in love, he never wanted it, etc., etc., etc. He says, and I realized it's not that I didn't believe in love before, it's that I was saving it all for you. Read this damn book. The next book is probably my favorite book of all time. I really dally with this one because there was something last year that made me question my choices. And I said, no, the book is actually a slay. The film is just not a slay. Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. My favorite book of all time. There, I said it. This is the rivalry to lovers relationship between the first son of the United States and the Prince of Wales. And not only is this such a beautiful romance, it is a political story, but it's also the most like joyous, hilarious, fireworks in the sky, glitter in your hair type of royal romance, friendship group, found family. I literally, like, anybody asks me on the street what my favorite book is, like, I will always say this. This is just so good. I sob every time I read this, and I'm not sorry about it. I'm not sorry about it. This is my favorite book of all time. The next book that has a piece of my damn soul is Romancing Mr Bridgeton by Julia Quinn, which is book 4 in the Bridgerton series. So this is Colin and Penelope's book, and for some reason I latched onto this one and I have literally not let go. I love this book so much. I've probably reread it about 6 times. It's like my comfort book. I don't know what it is about them. Normally Friends to Lovers is not my like bread and butter. It's just like not exciting to me, but this is so beautiful. And I think my favorite thing about this is like the way Colin loves Penelope makes her love herself. There's so much revelation in this one. It's like the biggest eye-opener in the whole series. Like obviously we know that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, so like a lot gets revealed during this one, and it is just so damn good. You can read these out of order, so if you want to, I definitely recommend Romancing Mr Bridgeton. This next one might be controversial because especially on my TikTok, I get so many people going off in the comments about this author. I understand because I do have a love-hate relationship with this author, but this book to me has a special place in my heart. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. The reason that this has such a special place in my heart and has a piece of my soul is because I personally relate to this storyline way too much, and it hits close to home with my own personal experience growing up. So this has a lot of triggers in it, so please check the trigger warnings. There is a very, very heavy trigger of domestic violence in this book, but I think it really gives hope to a lot of people. And look, it may not be the greatest piece of literature, but it's a real eye-opener, and it really can show people who may not have experienced this either that there is a way out and that there is help out there. And I just love this book, and I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I love it. The next book is Heartless by Elsie Silver. And you guys know I love Chestnut Springs. Heartless was my favorite. It will always be my favorite. There is just something about this storyline, like single dad, the nanny, like that was one element, but the way, I'm just going to tell you how these two meet. They're lining up at a coffee shop and Willa, the FMC, pulls something out of her pocket and a pair of underwear, a G-string, falls out of her pocket. She doesn't know it's fallen out of her pocket. Cade, they haven't met yet. Cade picks up this pair of underwear and puts it in his pocket. Can you imagine his shock when this woman walks in, coming in to interview to be a babysitter for his son, a nanny for his son, and he knows who she is because he's got her panties in his pocket. This book is so beautiful. It's sexy. It's funny. It's heartwarming. I literally always say, every time I think about this story and these characters, I cry. And I need to move to the country. Then I have Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman. Now, everybody knows I love Heartstopper. The Heartstopper universe and the Osman universe, is really, really large. There is so much material, but the one book that I consider to be a part of my soul is this novella. It is only like, Nick and I are literally two idiots. It is literally 160 pages long, but this particular novel follows Nick and Charlie just before Nick starts university. So they're a little bit older. Nick has graduated high school and he's just about to leave for uni. Charlie is quite worried about them having to be long distance because Nick's chosen a university that's about 4.5 hours away. Basically, a few other relationships within their friend group have started to break off because of long distance. It makes the two of them question if their relationship is strong enough to go the distance and is going to be strong enough past high school. This is the most beautiful novella because I always say I think that these two are soulmates, and it just shows the maturity of these two. Like the way Alice has written it is incredible, and I'm gonna cry, okay? I'm gonna cry. I love them. Now, we all know, right, there was one last horcrux that Daddy Voldemort didn't plan to make, right? And it was Harry, the one that he didn't plan to get. And that's what this is going to be. The very last book is not a book, it's a series. It's a duet. It is the Cat and Mouse Duet by H.D. Carlton. This is a dark romance. This is a dark stalker romance. Now, when I read these, I read them on my Kindle, Slade Kindle Unlimited. Haunting Adeline, I read and I said, what the hell is this? I finished it and it was like the biggest cliffhanger, and I said, okay, I need it. I need to know what happens next. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Hunting Adeline, and this book in particular, oh my Lord, this has my DNA in the pages. I mean, in my Kindle because I read it on my Kindle, but this second book destroyed me. I feel like I went on the biggest emotional roller coaster with Adeline, with Zaid, with even that crazy bitch Sibby, as you know, Sibby. This is the most beautiful story. It's actually so tragic too. Please check the trigger warnings because even I felt sick and I do not have triggers. But this lives in this is never leaving, never leaving. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That is all I have for today. If you like this video, feel free to let me know and subscribe if you're not already. I'd love to hear more from you guys as well. And if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, feel free to pop them in the comments. What are some of the books that have a piece of your soul or that you consider your horcrux books? I really want to know, so pop them in the comments. But anyway, thank you guys so much again. I hope you're having a lovely day and I will see you all next time. Bye.